Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Saturday night. Hope all of you having a great weekend. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, do we have a controversial topic and situation to talk about in tonight's video. As you can see right here, it's trending all over Twitter. There's a lot we got to talk about, a lot we're going to divulge into. You might want to get you a snack or popcorn for this one because it's going to be interesting. First things first, I have to give you some context. For those of you that haven't been keeping up with the channel, it is the off season, which means for the most part, I'd say 80 to 85% of the videos we make on the channel are predominantly our documentary videos, the what happened to videos, stuff like that. As to when all this was unfolding, I was working on a completely and entirely different video for you guys. And I was actually thinking how boring of a Saturday in the sports world it was going to be, and kind of still was, because Game 7 for the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets, that's not till tomorrow. Yeah, there's some softball going on, but who cares about that? And then you got the WNBA, which I'm about to talk about in just a second. In other terms, there wasn't anything going on. No basketball, no football, no playoffs. So like I was saying, when I woke up this morning, I was thinking to myself, this is going to be one of the most boring Saturdays of all time. Little did I know this was going to happen. If you haven't picked up on it by now, we are about to talk about, I'm sure it's going to be in the title, thumbnail, whatever, the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark situation, incident, the flagrant foul, what some people are labeling as a quote-unquote dirty play, whatever you want to call it, to each their own. Before I get into that, I have to give you some even more context, and I know a bunch of you are sitting there going, Matt, would you just shut up and get to a point? But I just got to give you context. It's so important. I feel like I make this video every single year on the channel. Every single summer around this time, there's one video and one video only per year where we talk about the WNBA. Now that I think about it, unless I'm highly mistaken, I don't even think we talked about the NBA, or my apologies, the WNBA last summer. So it's been 2 years. The reasoning for that is fairly simple. I'm about to be very blunt and harsh, but if you've been watching the channel, not the past 1 to 2 years, but the past 5 to 6, 7 years, you know how your boy Matt feels about the WNBA, and I will repeat some of those sayings and feelings because we have new people coming to the channel every single day. I don't talk about the WNBA because I don't care about it. Why don't I care about it? Because it is a trash product. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. They need to shut down the WNBA, and you know what they need to be doing? Making me a sandwich. Watching the WNBA is the equivalent of a middle school boys basketball game. I'd actually argue and say that some middle school teams might give them a run for their money depending on your location in school, city, state, etc., etc. Women are so unskilled. I'm talking about for the vast majority, by the way. You got your exceptions like Caitlin Clark, but for the most part, they suck. Most of them, and I've seen it. You've seen clips on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. They're missing. I mean, there's a 1-minute clip I remember vividly years ago that was going viral where one girl had a wide open layup, airballed it like it hit the backboard. The team gets the rebound, makes an advance pass. They shoot a wide open 3 airball. The team gets the rebound, throws it up. They miss another layup. A 3-play sequence that summarizes the WNBA the best. It is an awful product. They are terrible at the game of basketball. And I get it. They're not as athletic, which takes away from the entertainment because they're not throwing down some monstrous dunks like LeBron James or prime Blake Griffin. But outside of that, just the whole missing layups thing, that's a big turnoff for me. I think you get my point. Moving along here, I need to address this too. I just thought about because I haven't addressed it within the past 2 years. I've had so many people tweet at me stuff. Matt, how come you haven't talked about Angel Reese? Matt, how come you haven't talked about Caitlin Clark? Yada, yada, yada. I think I made a video on them 2 or 3 years ago when they were in college, and I think that was the last time I even talked about them. And I know since then, Reese has been in way more controversial stuff with some of her quotes, sayings, and some of the things she does off the court, on the court, just how she acts. Here's my 2 cents on Angel Reese before the incident we're about to talk about and the main reason I clicked onto this video. From everything I've seen the past couple of years, and most of that's just people sending me clips on Twitter, Miss Reese is extremely good, and I mean extremely good at marketing herself. Do I think it's on purpose? Not really. It just kind of worked out that way because if Caitlin Clark never existed, we're not talking about Angel Reese, and that's the bottom line. The whole reason she's as relevant as she is, remind some of y'all, is because of this feud, the battle, the rivalry with her and Caitlin Clark. That's it. And another thing that has made this, we'll just call it beef, so I guess you'd say captivating, is because she's also black. I'm not trying to make this a race thing. If you're one of those people that talk about race, this is not the channel for you, but that is reality. And since Angel Reese is black and Caitlin Clark's white, now you got people picking sides, and it's just turned into this whole, what I'm going to call a crap show. There's no in-betweens. You're either a Caitlin Clark fan or Angel Reese. There's no middle ground. I've never heard of anyone say, oh yeah, I like both of them. No. There's no gray area. I'll let you know this before we go on. Am I pro Caitlin Clark or pro Angel Reese? Neither. I don't care about the WNBA. Like I told you earlier, could give two craps about it. So you're getting an unbiased opinion, whether you want to believe that or not, because, you know, in the comments, you're going to have people spinning their false narratives because I'm a white person, so you know what they're going to say. I'm not going to get into that. Since I haven't talked about it in the past couple of years, I'll try to sum it up in a few short sentences or a minute or two. I don't even understand what people have been arguing about with Reese and Clark. Never understood it for a split second, and maybe that's why I haven't talked about it. Caitlin Clark is one of the best female basketball players I've ever seen. Extremely skilled. She's phenomenal. But you know that. On the flip side for Angel Reese, I've seen some people say, oh yeah, she's a good basketball player. I've seen other people say, oh no, she's terrible, she's trash. There's at least a debate there. With Caitlin Clark, there's no debate. Well, for me, it's relatively simple. Angel Reese is a terrible basketball player. She's awful. And maybe it's the missed layups for me, but the amount of times I've seen compilations of her just missing layups, that's enough for me. That's all I need to see. You can't make a layup. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I don't take you seriously. Don't get me wrong. I get blowing a bunny maybe once a year, but multiple times in a game? Get out of here, man. I just can't take you serious. You're not a good basketball player. Period. The end. Outside the layups, she can't dribble a basketball. She has zero bag, and oh yeah, she can't shoot. The only thing she is good for, and this is what everybody's going to run to the comment section and say, and I already have a great rebuttal for you, is rebounding. You do understand. The only reason she gets all them rebounds is because, number one, she's tall, and number two, she's lanky. That's not skill or anything. You're just born with those abilities. The one area I will give her credit is she does work hard, because you do have to work your butt off to get rebounds. So I'll clap it up to her. I do respect the work ethic. And let me make this clear. She is an extremely successful woman. She's got a lot going for her. I appreciate the grind. I really do. But as far as it goes for the comparison, I hate to even call it that, but that's what it is. The comparison with her and Caitlin Clark the past couple of years. What are we talking about? Caitlin Clark is a skilled basketball player. Angel Reese is not that. The furthest thing from it. Her game style is, hey, I'm bigger than you, so I'm going to try to back you down, throw it up, get my rebound, throw it back in. That's no skill. What's a good comparison? Because I try to give you examples. Oh, yeah. Chet Holmgren, the center who played for Gonzaga, is now in the playoffs, playing for OKC. Chet Holmgren, what is he, 7'2", 7'3"? He gets a lot of rebounds and blocks just because he's tall. Is that a skill? I disagree. Not really. You're just born with that. However, I will give Holmgren some credit because he's a pretty good three-point shooter and he can handle the ball just a little bit. But if Chet Holmgren from OKC was 6'4", 6'5", he's working at Subway right now. And you'll know I'm telling the truth. Is Chet Holmgren as skilled as, oh, this is a great example ever, Steph Curry? Heck no. The Angel Reese to Caitlin Clark comparison is about the same as Chet Holmgren to Steph Curry. It's a ridiculous argument. This is so random, but since we're talking about basketball, I want to speak on this. One thing that irks me and pisses me off is when people say Draymond Green is not a good basketball player. They say, oh yeah, all he can do is rebound and play defense. If you say that or believe it, just tell me you don't know basketball without telling me you don't know basketball. Draymond Green was a monster at Michigan State. NBA's a little different, man. The only reason some of y'all, I guess I'm going to call y'all youngsters even though I'm relatively young, think Draymond Green's just a defensive player and rebounder, that's because that's his role. Y'all must have forgot his Game 7 performance against LeBron. When was that? In 2018 when bro hit like 6 or 7 three-pointers, dropped 30 points. Draymond Green a hooper. Y'all don't even know. All those people that clown on Draymond, it makes me laugh because that is a skilled basketball player. He is phenomenal. Draymond just sacrifices scoring because he doesn't need to do all that, and he gets it. Getting a little sidetracked. For the past couple of years, that's my analysis on the Caitlin Clark and Miss Angel Reese feud that's been going on. I do apologize it took me so long to get at this, but earlier today, and this is the main reason we're making this video, I'm going to read this off word for word. It's from ESPN. Caitlin Clark received a flagrant foul on this play. Aliyah Boston, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Aliyah, my apologies if I'm saying it wrong. And Angel Reese received offsetting technical fouls. I cannot show you the play itself due to the WNBA strict copyright rules, but if you're watching this video, I assume you saw it by now. It's all over social media. There's not even much to show you. Angel Reese, she had the ball. It looked like she was, or didn't look like she was going to have a wide open layup, and Caitlin Clark did what I'm going to label as a take foul on her. For my non-basketball watchers, if you don't know what a take foul is, I will gladly explain it. A take foul in this example is when a player has what appears to seem a wide open basket and you rake their arms. You don't do it viciously, you just do it to the point where you're not giving up a free 2 points. Make them earn it at the line. As a former athlete and basketball player myself, I'll tell you from firsthand experience, I had this happen to me at least, 10, 20 times a season. Growing up, playing at the park, oh my gosh, that happened 10 to 20 times a night. Not just for me, but my team, and we did it to other people. And then if you went to your local gym and you have some real competitive runs going on, happens all the time, rake a guy's arm, ball up top. And sometimes it can be a little too much, but more times than not, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a common foul in basketball if you're a serious basketball player. And also if you're not a Weenie Hut Jr. The way Caitlin Clark did it, to me, there's nothing vicious or malicious to the slightest. I didn't watch the game, but it said she got a flagrant foul for it. If she got a flagrant foul for actually doing that, or maybe she said something after, I don't think she did, but if it's just for the take foul, I think that's crazy. If you watch NBA playoffs, you've probably seen this foul committed at least once every single game. And I've zoomed in on this and watched it multiple times because I want to know what I'm talking about before I get up here and make a video. This wasn't even a rough foul, and I know people are going to hate this. In my opinion, Angel Reese flopped. It looked like to me, of course, Clark raked her arms, but then she was trying to hold her up, and Angel Reese did all that flopping bullcrap. I mean, come on now. Angel Reese, we've seen her do this before. She looks like a wounded gazelle. That's how she moves. She's clumsy. I'll summarize this up. Didn't think it was dirty to the slightest. Common take foul, and Angel Reese, she flopped. If you think this is a dirty play, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, buddy, but you're soft as charming toilet paper. Ain't no dirty play, man. Ain't no dirty play. But let's talk about what happened after that. Angel Reese, she gets up and starts going crazy. She loses her mind. Gets up, starts screaming at Caitlin Clark, starts charging at her. Caitlin Clark, I don't know how she walked away from it, me personally. I'm not taking that disrespect. I think it is extremely embarrassing as a, how tall is Angel Reese? Is she 6'4" or 3? I will just say 6'3". It's extremely embarrassing as a person who is 6'3" to get bodied. She didn't even shove her, but we'll just say shoved to the ground by Caitlin Clark. How tall is Clark? 5'10"? I'll look it up. Just to be safe, if I had to guess, there's no way Caitlin Clark's 6 foot. No way. She's got to be like 5'10". Hold on. I'm trying to do some live time. Oh, Caitlin Clark's 6 foot. I guess that makes it not as bad, but still. You're a center. 6'3", getting shoved to the ground. Caitlin Clark is 6 foot, 157 pounds, according to the website. Am I shocked that Reese responded the way she did? Absolutely not. She's a drama queen. She loves the attention. She can't get enough of it. To go on top of that, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out she's extremely envious and jealous of Caitlin Clark. There's no denying that. And from the little I've seen, Angel Reese is more infatuated with being a, I guess the best phrase and wordage would be public figure than a basketball player. Whereas Caitlin Clark doesn't really care about anything else. She just wants to be a basketball player. Kind of reminds me of Jordan. Angel Reese, and maybe this ain't the greatest example, reminds me a little bit of Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel, he didn't even want to be a football player at the end of his career. He cared more about what football could do for him, the lifestyle. I think that's kind of how Angel is. And when I'm comparing Manziel and Reese, I'm talking about they like the fame, not like, how Manziel was doing all those crazy drugs. I'm not talking about that. I think Reese relishes the fame, loves it, whereas Clark, she don't really care about it. She just wants to hoop. That's all I'm going to say about it. Did find this topic pretty interesting. There was nothing else going on Saturday night, so I figured, hey, why not? We'll talk about it. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts on a stab it up at